Alright, welcome back. So today, what we're going to be making is music and sounds for our game. So, we'll be able to turn the music on and off. And then when we actually play the game, we're going to have some random sounds playing every time we make a match. Alright, so let's dive right in here. Okay, welcome back. So today we're going to make a sound manager so that our game can feel a bit more lifelike. Now to do that, the first thing we need obviously is sounds. Now I've included some sound files inside of the Match 3 assets, so you can download that now if you want to. In there I have a couple different themes, which is background music, and I have 6 different sounds so that we can have a random sound play each time, and then we can have a dedicated sound for button presses. So after this, the first thing that we need to the next thing that we need to make is going to be a sound manager node to hold all the sounds in memory. So I'm going to make a new scene. As a parent node, I'm going to make a node 2D. I guess, yeah, it can just be a node. That's fine. I'm going to call this sound manager, and then I'm going to make a couple children of this. The first child, or they're both going to be audio stream players. The first audio stream player I'm going to call music player. And then with the parent highlighted, I'm going to make another audio stream player for the sound. So this is going to be a sound player. Now I want to set these both to playing so that they're going to automatically be playing. And then if the user turns the music on or off, we're not going to stop them from playing. Instead, we're just going to set the volume very, very low so that they can't hear it. So it'll be impossible for the human ear to hear. So yeah, let's go to our sound manager node here and let's make a script. So our new script, this is going to go into the scripts folder. I'm going to call it sound manager. And okay, so what I want to do first is I want to make a reference to the different sounds I'm going to have and the different music I'm going to have. So to do this on my side panel here, I'm going to make sure I have first we'll start with music, and I'm going to make this an array of preloads. So I'm going to say var possible music is equal to, so this is just like how we created the array of the possible scenes, the possible pieces. And so I'm going to do a preload so that we're going to have this kind of preloaded into memory. And then I need to tell it what to preload. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this 4 times. So copy, paste, paste, paste. And then I'm going to go over to my themes, and I just need the path, the file path that they're at. So if I right click, I can copy the path of theme 1, and I'll paste that right there. I can copy the path of theme 2. I can paste that there. I can copy the path of theme 3, and I'll paste that there. And, okay, somehow I lost my quotations. And then I'll copy the path of theme 4. So copy path, and we'll paste that in there. All right, cool. So there's my possible music, and I'm going to make another array. So var possible sounds is equal to, and I'm going to do the same thing, only this time I think I have 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yep. So I'm going to call this preload. So that's this one. I'll copy that to, oh wait, there we go, copy, paste, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one doesn't need a comma, and then I'll copy their paths again. So copy path, paste, and yeah, I'm going to probably fast forward this part. Okay, so there we go. Now there's one more thing I want to do with my sounds and my music. I want to make sure they're not going to loop. So I'm going to grab my sounds here I'm going to highlight all of them. I'm going to go to my import tab. I'm going to make sure that loop is turned off and then click re-import so that they're not going to play the sounds on a loop. But I do want my music played on a loop, so I'm going to highlight all of these and make sure loop is on and re-import anyway. Alright, cool. So let's make this nice and big. Now, I'm going to make a couple functions here. I don't need the process function. I'm going to make a couple functions here. One to play a random piece of music, one to play a random sound, and one to play a fixed sound. And I'm going to be calling those from different places. So that means that this needs to be a singleton. It needs to be a global, something that is accessible from anywhere. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a function play random music. And so what this is going to do is it's going to look at how many pieces of music we have and choose a random one. So var temp is equal to floor random range 0 and possible music dot size. Cool. So that's our temporary variable. And then we're going to, oh, we need a reference to the two nodes that we made, the music player and the sound player. So I'm going to call this var, or onReady var music player is equal to $ music player, and onReady var sound player is equal to $ sound player. So now that I have references to those, I can now take the music player dot stream is equal to possible music, and I want to grab the temp from there. And there we go. Cool. Oh yeah, I need to save this scene. So I'm just going to save it in my scenes folder. Save. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to make essentially the same thing for playing a random sound. So I'm going to copy this and paste it there. And this is going to be play random sound. And this is going to be possible sounds dot size. And this is going to be sound player possible sounds. Cool. Now, in my ready function, I'm going to call play random music. I'm going to save this. I'm going to go out of distraction-free mode, and then I'm just going to run this one scene because I just want to make sure that some music is going to play. I'm going to turn my system volume down pretty low. Okay, so I did that wrong. Oh, it's rand range, isn't it? There we go. That means I need to change it for this one too. All right, let's try this again. Okay. All right. So music player. Oh, I thought I had turned playing on. Or does playing not stay on if you don't? Maybe I didn't. Okay. So playing needs to be on, otherwise it won't play. Still not hearing anything. So set the stream. I guess I have to tell it to play then. So what I'll do here is music player dot, and I think it's like dot playing, or maybe it's dot play. So there's stop. Yeah, let's play. Okay. I swear I had this working before. There we go. Alright, so now, if we really want it to be random, we have to make sure that we're randomizing in the ready function. Just like we had to make sure that we did that when we were creating random pieces. So let's try Cool. All right, so we got our random music. Now for the random sound, I'm going to need to add that sound player.play as well. So sound player.play. I'm going to save this. Now I'm going to go into my project settings, my auto loads. I'm going to add a new one. And this is going to be from the scenes. It's going to be the sound manager. Where are you? There you are. And I'll add that to my auto loads. Now if I save again, I should be able to go anywhere. So like my game window, and hit play, and I should hear that sound in the background. That's cool. Now let's change a few things here really quickly. So we've got play random sound. Now we want to do play fixed sound. So function play fixed sound. All right. So what I want to do with the fixed sound is I'm going to pass in a value. So I'm going to call this sound, and I'm going to do sound player dot stream is equal to possible sounds, and I'm going to pass in the sound variable, and then sound player dot play. So this way I'll have a set sound for the button presses. Okay, so now what do I want to do next? Let's go back to our game window, and inside the game window here we're going to make a new node, and this doesn't need to have any position in space, so this can be a node without being a node 2D, so just node, and we're going to call this music player, and this is going to get a script, just going to go in our scripts folder. Okay, we'll save this, create, and the music player exists only to receive signals from other things and then play music. So I'm just going to get rid of all of this because we don't need a ready function at all. So I'm going to do function play click noise. I'm going to do function play random noise. I guess I shouldn't call this a music player because the music's going to play in the background automatically. I should call it like a sound player, but no worries. So for play click noise, it's going to do sound manager dot play. What did I call it? I called it like fixed noise or something like that. Yeah, fixed sound. So sound manager dot play fixed sound, and I'm just going to use one, no big deal. And then for random, I'm going to do sound manager dot play random sound. Now I'm going to create a signal in my grid script, so I'll open this script up, and I'm going to call this, I'll put this where, so many variables, I'll put it near effects, so we'll call this sounds, and this is going to be a signal play sound, and this is going to play when I destroy a piece. So I'm going to go down to destroy matched, so I passed it, didn't I? There we go, destroy matched, and after I destroy something, I'm going to emit signal play sound. Cool. So I'll save that. Let's go out of here, go to our grid node, let's find that play sound signal that we just made right here, connect that to the music player, and we will play random noise. Alright, I'll get rid of this, save it, and let's play the scene here. Identifier not found. Oh, I misspelled possible sound. play that. Okay, cool. We're getting a different sound every time. The music player's volume is still way too high though. So let's turn that down. So I'm going to set the music player's volume to like -20 decibels. Let's try that. It's maybe too low. Let's go -16. Alright. Let's play this. It's going to take some tweaking. That sound was sure louder than the others. Kind of like that one. I kind of like that one too. It's nice having a random sound every time. It's less predictable. Alright, cool. So, now we just have to do something similar for the buttons. Okay, so now we need to make the music, or not the music, the sound play when we press a button. So to do that, I'm going to go take a look at my scenes that have the panels in them. So I'm going to go to my base menu panel here, and oh, I don't want the base menu panel. I want to look at game menu. So let's open this scene, and then I want to look at the settings in the main. And all I really have to do is just call that sound manager.play certain sound, and I'm just going to have it play the first one. So on button sound, or on button 2 pressed, I'm going to sound manager.play fixed sound, and I'm going to pass in just, actually let's just do 0. I'm going to grab this line, copy it, and I'm going to put it for button 1. And while I'm in here, I might as well go back to the sound manager and deal with this sound stuff. So if I go to my sound manager, I'm going to set the volume based on that config file that we made, which is why we made that config file. So function set volume. Now, if we remember how I had the config file set up, so we load and we save, and then it's sound on and music on. And I think I'm really only using the sound on. If I look at the game menu panel, settings panel, change sound texture. Oh, I was only just changing the texture. Okay, so if sound on is true, and then I want to have that. Oh no, here it is. It's on button 1 pressed. Never mind. So on button 1 pressed, sound manager.play fixed sound. Config, actually let's do that play fixed sound last in case they're turning the sound off, so we're not playing the sound if they're turning it off. And then config manager sound on is equal to not config manager sound on, change sound texture, and then play sound. Okay, cool. So it's config manager.sound on, and then we want to make sure that we're saving our config. So then in the sound manager, for set volume, we're going to say if config manager.sound on, then we're going to, let's just return. Actually, it's not. Let's fill in the else here first, though. So if config manager.sound on, what we want to do is take the music. If I could spell music correctly, that would be great. Player dot, is it volume? Man, I'm all over the place today here. Let's go to our sound manager. Is it volume underscore dB? Okay. Music player dot volume dB is equal to -15, because I think that's what I had it at. Okay, that's good. Else, music player dot volume dB is equal to -80, which is as low as it can go. Okay, and then we'll get rid of this pass statement here. And we want to do the same thing for the sound player. So I'm just going to copy this, paste it there, paste it there, and then change this to sound player. So sound player and sound player. Okay. So when we go into ready, I'm going to play, I'm not going to play, I'm going to call set volume. And then when we press that button in the settings panel, I'm going to call sound manager.set volume after we do the save config. Sound manager.set volume. All right, cool. And then that way it's going to set it every time. This should work the way I want it to. So let's go to the game manager here. Let's play from this scene. So we got some music in the background there. And if I go to settings, I'm still hearing that button sound. Okay, so I must not have set it correctly. So if I go to my sound manager here, oh, I set it to -15, -80, there we go. Okay, so now from the game menu, okay, cool. Now I need to do this from any other place I'm going to call a button. So I can leave that to you guys, I think, to do that. But there we go. We've got sounds, we've got music, we've got the sound manager actually turning the sound on and off from the config file, and it's reading it for the next time we play. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the description down below. You can follow me on Twitter to find out when I post new videos. Join my Discord. I've got a Patreon that I have a link to in the description if you are feeling generous. But otherwise, I hope everybody out there has themselves a wonderful day. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving a like, subscribing to the channel, or telling a friend who might be interested. Also, please consider following me on Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can earn access to tangible rewards, like early access to videos, backer-only videos and series, polls for future topics, streams, and even individual tutoring sessions. You can find a link to that in the description. And as always, have yourselves a wonderful day.